Ever had one of those days where everything just feels peaceful? The kind where the sun warms your skin, the air is still, and you just know it's going to be good. That's kind of how it started for Jesus and his friends, his disciples, one evening by the beautiful Sea of Galilee. After a long day of teaching and healing, Jesus told them, "Let's cross to the other side." So they hopped into a boat. The air was calm, the water smooth. You could almost feel the day winding down, a perfect end to a busy time. But as they sailed, something shifted. The wind, which had been a gentle whisper, suddenly roared. The sky turned a menacing gray, and the peaceful waters transformed into a furious, crashing chaos. This wasn't just a shower, this was a storm, a real, terrifying, "Are we going to make it?" kind of storm. The boat was being tossed around like a toy, waves crashing over the sides, drenching everyone. The disciples, seasoned fishermen, many of them, were absolutely terrified. They're yelling, struggling, trying to keep the boat afloat. And where's Jesus? Asleep. In the back of the boat, head on a cushion, catching some Z's as if he were in his own bed. Can you imagine the frustration? The sheer disbelief? Their fear was so consuming, it threatened to erase every miracle they had witnessed, every powerful teaching they had heard from Jesus. A battle waged within them, the rational fear of drowning against the glimmer of hope their time with Jesus had ignited. Finally, one of them, probably soaked to the bone and completely panicked, shakes him awake. "Teacher!" they cry out, "don't you care if we drown?" And it wasn't just a question, it was a desperate plea, a raw human cry for help when everything feels lost. But beneath the words was a deeper conflict. Have we been wrong about him? Is he truly who we thought? Or are we utterly alone in this chaos? It was a moment where their profound belief in him collided head-on with their very real, terrifying mortality. Jesus slowly sits up, takes in the scene, the terrified faces, the raging storm, and then he speaks. Not shouting, not panicking, but with a quiet authority that cut through the chaos. He simply said to the wind, "Quiet, be still." And just like that, in an instant, the wind stopped. The waves settled. The sea became perfectly calm. The silence must have been deafening after the storm's fury, but before the wonder came the rebuke. Jesus turned to them and asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" It was a question that pierced through their fear, not with anger, but with a deep, almost sorrowful challenge. It made them confront their own wavering trust, the internal battle they had just lost against their panic. The disciples just stared, whispering amongst themselves, "Who is this man, that even the wind and the waves obey him?" This isn't just a dramatic story about a boat ride. It's about those moments in our own lives when the storms hit, unexpected, overwhelming, threatening to capsize everything. Like them, our initial reaction is often fear, followed quickly by doubt about where God is in our struggle. We wrestle with what we believe versus what we feel, the teachings we've heard versus the reality that crashes down around us. That inner conflict is real. It's in these turbulent times that our trust is truly tested. Do we panic, or do we remember the one who can calm any storm? This story reminds us that even in the most furious storms, there's a voice that can bring peace. It's a call to trust, a profound invitation to place our faith in something greater than the storm itself. It's a reminder that even when our faith wavers, his power does not. We may doubt, but he remains faithful. The question Jesus posed to his disciples echoes to us. In the face of overwhelming fear, where does our true faith lie? Can we too find peace in the presence of the one who commands the wind and waves? Because sometimes all it takes is a whisper to quiet the storm and a trusting heart to hear it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.